Hi, I am William, and today I am going to talk about grammar. I know this may sound dull or difficult. Trust me, it is not. I want to share a simple way to see grammar. I want you to feel excited. I want you to feel brave. Grammar can be like a hidden treasure. It can surprise you. It can change the way you speak. It can open doors in your life. Many people say grammar is hard. Many people feel lost when they see new rules. They think grammar is scary. I used to think that too. I felt nervous every time I saw a new word. I worried about errors. I worried about small details. I felt stuck. Then I found a better way. I found an easy plan. It was a step-by-step approach. It taught me to relax. It showed me that grammar is not a monster. Your journey can be smooth if you see grammar as a friend. That friend helps you shape your sentences. That friend guides you to clear speaking. That friend gives you power to express your thoughts. You can make grammar your partner. You can learn small rules and apply them. You do not need complex books. You do not need big words. You only need steady practice. You only need short exercises each day. You only need to enjoy the process. When you enjoy it, you learn faster. When you relax, you absorb more. When you laugh, you remember more. This is how grammar can become fun. I want you to see this as an exciting game. Each day, try one tiny rule. Maybe it is about simple sentence structure. Maybe it is about how verbs change. Maybe it is about pronouns. Take it easy. Take one new piece. Then use it a lot. For example, if you learn about the present tense, speak many short sentences in the present tense. Ask a friend questions in that tense. Answer them. Write them down. Repeat them. Feel that rule become part of you. Watch how your sentences start to flow. Soon you see results. Then you pick another small rule. You do it again. Step by step, you see big progress. Grammar becomes second nature. Some people rush. Some people want to learn fast. They skip the basics. They jump ahead. Then they feel confused. Then they lose hope. I do not want that for you. I want you to build a strong base. If your base is strong, your words stand tall. If your base is weak, you struggle. You forget details. You get stuck. So be patient. Go slowly. Enjoy each new discovery. Each discovery will help you feel more confident. Sometimes you will think you are not good enough. You may say, I cannot do this. You may feel scared. That is normal. We all have those moments. We all worry about mistakes. But mistakes are steps to better grammar. They show us what to fix. They show us what to repeat. They help us grow. Do not fear errors. See them as clues. Use them to guide your practice. Soon, you make fewer mistakes. You start to smile. You start to speak more freely. You start to feel proud. I also suggest that you watch short videos on English Story Studio. There, you can see grammar in action. You can hear simple phrases. You can practice along. It helps to see real people speak. It helps to notice their patterns. You can pause a video and repeat each line. You can focus on small pieces. This is a great way to build correct habits. When you see grammar in real sentences, it becomes clear. Then you can try it yourself. You can copy. You can create new examples. You can have fun. You will see that grammar is not lonely. It is part of real life. One day, I felt stuck. I tried complicated exercises. I read long texts. My mind got tired. Then I realized I did not need huge materials. I needed simple tasks. I needed small goals. So I gave myself 3 rules a week. I practiced them in short sentences. I tried them with friends. I used them in writing. I repeated them until they became natural. Slowly, I saw real change. I spoke with ease. I felt more at peace with grammar. My words sounded clear. My confidence grew. My life improved. You can do the same. You can work on small grammar chunks. You can take them everywhere. You can talk to yourself if you want. Say one sentence out loud when you're alone. Think about the structure. Think about the rule. Then say it again. Try a new sentence. Keep it short and easy. Do not worry about perfection. Just be consistent. Soon, you see progress. People notice your improvement. They say your sentences are clearer. They understand you better. You feel good. That feeling pushes you forward. That feeling keeps you motivated. Some days you might feel lazy. You might say, I do not want to study. But do not see it as study. See it as fun. Talk about what you like. Talk about your hobbies. Talk about your day. Use the grammar rules you learned. If you forget a rule, check a simple guide. Refresh your memory. Then try again. Step by step, the rules stay in your brain. Each session gives you more strength. Soon, you speak without fear. You are at the start of something big. Grammar is only part of English. It is a very special part. It gives shape to your thoughts. It helps you paint a picture with words. It helps you reach people around the world. Imagine how wonderful that is. You can connect with so many friends. You can open new doors in your career. You can travel and enjoy new places. You can share your ideas clearly. You can do all this by taking small, steady steps. Are you ready to make grammar your ally? I believe you are. You are about to discover a way that feels simple. You do not have to struggle. You do not have to feel bored. Stay curious. Stay excited. Grammar will become your friend. Now, take a deep breath. Feel the energy in these words. Let us move forward with trust. We have a path. We have a plan. We have a spark of hope. Let us use it. Many people skip the basics of grammar. They think it is faster to jump ahead. Then they feel confused. They see strange words and forms. They panic. They wonder why everything seems so hard. A strong base solves that problem. It gives you a clear path. It makes each new rule feel simple. It makes you confident when you write or speak. It keeps you steady when you face tricky sentences. Good grammar comes from solid foundations. Think of grammar as a small building. Each rule is like a brick. If you place each brick correctly, the structure holds up. If you rush and throw bricks randomly, cracks appear. You might see gaps in your knowledge. You might struggle with small details. You might mix tenses. You might forget how to form questions. This is why a firm base matters. It protects you. It guides you. It helps you create strong sentences. Focus on simple structures first. For example, study basic word order. Learn how subjects, verbs, and objects fit together. Practice short sentences. Do not worry about fancy words. Do not worry about perfect style. Just place your building blocks in the right order. Repeat this pattern many times. Soon, It will feel natural. You will not have to think too hard. You will speak with ease. You will write with clarity. You will trust your instincts. This trust comes from real practice. Some people try to learn complicated grammar right away. They dive into passive voice or conditionals too soon. They see big words and advanced structures. They feel overwhelmed. They forget that everything starts with smaller steps. One strong base can hold many layers. If the base is weak, those layers collapse. Simple habits can prevent that collapse. Simple drills can keep your memory sharp. Try a short exercise each day. Write a few lines about your day. Check if your subject and verb agree. Check if your sentence is complete. Then move on. That is enough for one day. You do not have to drown in endless grammar drills. You just have to show up regularly. Grammar is about patterns. You can spot these patterns by reading simple texts. You can see how sentences form. You can see how words connect. You can copy those patterns. You can make your own examples. You can speak them aloud. You can share them with friends. You can also watch short videos on English Story Studio. There, you can see how people use clear sentences. You can pause the videos, repeat lines, and note the grammar. You can try to form similar lines. You do not need long scripts. You only need to focus on small, manageable parts. When you feel that one rule is easy, move to the next. For instance, if you master simple present tense, add the simple past. Try to write or say short stories about what you did yesterday. Pay attention to the verb endings. Keep your lines brief. Keep them clear. Do not use extra words. If you are not sure about a form, check a short guide. Then close the guide and practice on your own. Try to avoid confusion by sticking to one rule at a time. That slow approach takes you far. A strong base also helps you fix mistakes faster. When you see an error, you can trace it back to a basic rule. You can ask, is the subject missing? Did I use the wrong tense? You can correct yourself easily. You do not need to panic. You do not need to guess. You can rely on a known principle. You will feel calm because you know what is wrong. You know how to repair it. You know how to avoid the same slip next time. This is the power of a good foundation. Confidence grows when you see small wins. Imagine writing a simple story about your weekend. Each sentence follows the same structure. Each verb is in the correct tense. You read it and you feel proud. Next time, you try another tense. You keep your writing short. You check each line. You see if the grammar makes sense. You fix any errors. You feel more proud. Soon, you feel ready for bigger tasks. But you still keep an eye on those small rules. They guide you no matter how advanced you get. Sometimes you might want more variety. That is fine. But never forget the core. Keep checking the key points. Keep your building blocks in good shape. Even if you reach a higher level, revisit the simple patterns. See if they still feel natural. If you find weak spots, polish them. You do not have to stay at the same level. Just make sure you do not lose what you have. Growth is easier when the root is strong. Short sentences are your friend at the start. Short sentences are also useful when you feel stuck. They force you to focus on clarity. They make grammar rules stand out. They prevent confusion with word order. They teach you how to place each piece. Even advanced speakers use short lines when ideas get complex. This is not childish. This is wise. Short lines help your thoughts shine. They show your message plainly. They also help you speak with confidence. You know exactly what you're saying. Each day, try one tiny rule. You can explore basic pronouns. You can explore basic punctuation. You can explore a basic tense. Do not add too much at once. Give your brain time to settle. Give your mouth time to shape new phrases. Give your hand time to write these lines. It seems slow, but it is not. It is steady progress. It is lasting growth. It is the best way to hold knowledge. This is how you build a true grammar base. Soon, you will notice changes. You will read simple texts and understand them faster. You will answer questions in class without freezing. You will recognize mistakes in your old notes. You will fix them naturally. You might even help friends with their grammar. You will see that your base is strong. You will feel proud that you took time to build it. You will be ready for more advanced lessons. You will be eager to learn new structures. You will feel prepared. All of this starts with a firm foundation. All of this starts with small steps. Grammar rewards patience. It rewards gentle practice. It shows you how language works. It gives you freedom to express your ideas. It helps you sound clear and confident. You can turn grammar into a friend. You can make it an ally. You can let it guide you through any text or conversation. You only need to trust the process. You only need to believe in steady steps. Remember that big leaps often lead to confusion. Little steps lead to real results. A strong base can carry all your words. It can support your stories, your jokes, and your questions. It can make learning new phrases easier. It can help you fix errors quickly. It can make you feel secure. Now, take a moment and imagine your progress. See yourself speaking with sure steps. See yourself writing short lines without fear. See yourself listening to someone and catching each verb tense. That vision can come true with a strong base. You do not need fancy lessons. You do not need to memorize endless pages. You only need to trust basic rules. You only need to build carefully. You only need to give yourself time. Then you can stand on firm ground. Then you can enjoy learning. That is what grammar can do for you. It can open a new world. It can set you free. Real life practice changes everything. You see grammar move from paper to real conversation. You see words become alive. You feel your speaking flow. You sense each rule helping you communicate. You do not just memorize. You use grammar with real people and real tasks. That is when it sticks. That is when it feels natural. Many learners forget this step. They spend hours reading about rules, but they never speak them. They never write them in daily life. Then, those rules fade away. They vanish from memory. Real practice is the missing piece. You can start small. Begin with daily routines. Speak about what you do each morning. Use your phone's recording feature. Listen to your sentences. Do they sound correct? Do you miss a key word? This simple habit helps you hear your grammar in action. You can also chat with friends. Send short voice messages in English. Listen to how they reply. Notice their grammar choices. Learn from them. Copy their patterns if they are correct. Share your own short lines. Make it a habit. Make it fun. You will find small grammar gems everywhere. They might hide in shop signs. They might appear in casual text messages. They might pop up in your favorite show. Keep your eyes and ears open. When you spot a new pattern, test it. Write a sentence with it. Speak that sentence. Feel the structure. If you are unsure, check a brief guide. Then bring it back to real life. Use it at work or with friends. That is how you remember. That is how you build skill. You can also watch short videos on English Story Studio. You see and hear grammar in actual scenes. You notice how people phrase questions. You notice how they form answers. You see how tense changes happen. Each video gives you a real taste of language in use. You can pause the video. You can repeat after the speaker. You can record yourself. Then you can compare. This is active practice. This is how you transform grammar rules into your own speech. You do not need fancy events. Simple tasks can spark improvement. For example, describe your lunch in 5 short sentences. Focus on a certain tense. Focus on correct subject-verb agreement. Make it fun. Maybe use an imaginary scenario. Pretend you are in a TV cooking show. Talk about the meal like a chef. Then play it back. Does it sound correct? Did you forget an article? Did you switch from past to present by mistake? Fix it and try again. That short drill sticks better than just reading grammar pages. Every new conversation is a chance to grow. You might talk to a friend at the park. You might speak to someone at work. You might say hello to a stranger. Each moment is a mini lesson. You have a chance to see which rules pop up. You can refine them as you speak. You might make errors. That is good. Errors are signals. They show you what to focus on next time. One error in a real conversation teaches you more than 10 pages in a book. It leaves a strong memory. You realize, I should correct that. Then you do. Next time, you speak better. Life offers endless grammar practice. Write a short email. Check your sentence order. Write a small text to a friend. Try a new tense. Post a simple comment on a forum. Notice your phrase choice. These are quick tasks. They do not overwhelm. They fit your day. They create constant exposure. That exposure cements grammar in your head. You do not feel bored. You do not feel forced. You feel engaged. You feel curious. And curiosity drives learning. Real-life practice also boosts your listening skills. When you speak with others, you hear them use grammar forms. That helps you grasp the correct flow. It shows you how to place words. It trains your ear to spot small details. Then, when you speak, you can mimic that flow. It becomes a cycle of learning. You speak, you listen, you adjust, you improve. This cycle keeps going. You gain confidence with each round. Soon, you forget you are practicing. You just talk. Grammar works quietly in the background, guiding your words. Do not fear mistakes. They are normal steps. They prove you are learning. They show you are trying new structures. They give you clues on where to improve. Laugh at them if you want. Share them with friends. Correct them and move on. The key is not to hide. Use each slip as a lesson. Over time, you make fewer slips. You catch them before they happen. You fix them with ease. Then you speak with grace. Some people worry about sounding silly. They think their grammar is not good enough for real-life use. They feel shy. That is understandable. But remember, real practice is the only way to advance. You can wait forever for perfect grammar. That day never comes unless you jump in and try. Each attempt builds skill. Each attempt adds to your confidence. Each attempt makes you more fluent. If people correct you, thank them. Learn from them. Use that tip next time. Slowly, you stand taller. You realize you can hold a conversation. You realize you do not freeze. You realize grammar helps you speak your mind. You might see small habits speed up your progress. For example, keep a tiny notebook. When you learn a new rule, write one sentence. Then, when you are out, try to use that sentence in real life. Maybe you greet someone. Maybe you ask about their day. Maybe you describe something you just saw. Use that new grammar form. Feel how it fits. If it feels awkward, adjust it. If it feels natural, repeat it in different contexts. Soon, that new piece becomes part of you. Your daily environment can be your teacher. Listen to announcements, read signs, or skim news headlines. Notice how words combine. Notice how tenses shift. Notice the order of ideas. That is grammar in use. That is grammar serving real communication. If something interests you, copy it. Say it out loud. Write it in a message. Adapt it to your situation. Do not just read and forget. Turn it into your own sentence. Share it with someone. This repetition locks it in your brain. You can have fun with this process. Make little challenges. Decide to use a specific grammar point in 3 real conversations today. Or ask a friend to test your knowledge with random questions. Or film yourself speaking for 2 minutes about any topic. Then watch it. See if your grammar is solid. If not, fix it. This kind of playful practice helps you stay motivated. It keeps grammar fresh. It keeps you excited. You never know what you will discover next. You might stumble upon a new phrase. You might realize you used a structure correctly without thinking. That moment feels incredible. Real-life practice makes grammar memorable. It gives purpose to each rule. It connects language to your world. It shows you immediate results. You feel your progress in every chat. You read better. You write with ease. You start to trust yourself. That trust blossoms into fluency. This is how grammar becomes more than lines in a book. It becomes a tool you use naturally. It becomes a bridge that links your mind to new experiences. It becomes a friend that supports you everywhere you go. Many people feel shy when they think about grammar. They worry about errors. They worry about being laughed at. They feel tense when they see rules they do not understand. This fear is natural. It happens because grammar looks complex. It also happens because we want to avoid mistakes. We want to sound correct all the time. We think one slip can ruin our confidence. That is not true. Small slips help us grow. Fear can block your progress. It can stop you from trying new forms. It can keep you silent. You think, I will not speak until I am perfect. But perfection never comes first. It arrives after you practice. It arrives after you make brave attempts. It arrives after you see a few errors and fix them. The only way to reduce fear is to face it. Take a small step. Say one sentence in English. Write one line in a message. If it is wrong, you learn. If it is right, you feel proud. Either way, you win. Some learners feel shame if they mix tenses. They feel stupid if someone corrects them. They think they are failing. That is a harmful thought. Corrections show that you are learning. They show that people care enough to help you. They show that you are trying something new. Remember, every successful speaker once made mistakes. Every advanced student once felt shy. Nobody starts as a master. We all travel the same path. You might also fear advanced topics. You see complicated forms and panic. You think, I will never reach that level. But you do not need to jump there. Focus on the present step. Make your basics strong. Move to the next level when you are ready. Each level is built on the one before it. You do not skip important links. Do not leave holes in your knowledge. You fill each spot carefully. That quiet process takes you higher than you expect. Sometimes, people fear reading grammar explanations. They see unfamiliar terms. They see complex names for tenses or structures. Their eyes glaze over. They feel lost. The solution is to find simpler guides. You can seek resources that explain rules in plain language. You can watch short videos. You can see examples instead of just rules. You can also watch our English Stories Studio videos for extra support. You see grammar come alive. That visual element removes fear. It shows you that grammar is not a giant puzzle. It is just a set of small parts. Another worry is speaking in public. Some learners think they will look silly. They imagine everyone judging them. They forget that many people appreciate effort. They enjoy hearing a learner try. They do not expect perfect grammar from a beginner. They understand that we all progress at different speeds. Even native speakers slip up sometimes. Nobody uses perfect language every moment. If you accept that, you feel free. You realize that one small error does not define you. Anxiety also grows when we compare ourselves. We see a classmate who speaks better. We see a colleague who learns grammar faster. We feel behind. We think we have no talent. But each person's journey is unique. Some people pick up grammar quickly. Others need more repetition. That does not mean you are bad at it. It only means you have your own pace. Once you stop competing, you can focus on your own path. You can celebrate each victory. You can see real growth day by day. You might also fear writing. You think it leaves a record of mistakes. You cannot hide them like in a quick conversation. But that record is a good thing. It lets you see your errors clearly. It lets you fix them with care. Over time, your writing improves. You gain a sense of accomplishment. You see your old drafts and notice progress. That proof of growth can boost your confidence. Some people also fear grammar tests. They worry about failing them. They feel stressed about ticking the wrong box. But tests are just tools. They tell you where you stand. They show your weak points. They highlight which rule you need to practice. They are not a judgment on your worth. If a test shows a gap, you can fill it. If a test shows you did well, you can move on with courage. It is helpful to talk about these fears with someone. Maybe it is a friend or a teacher. Maybe it is an online study buddy. Share your concerns. Listen to their story. See how they deal with grammar anxiety. You may realize you are not alone. You may learn a new strategy. You may discover that everyone experiences the same doubt. This shared understanding can reduce your stress. Practical steps also soothe fear. For example, pick one rule a week. Practice it slowly. Do not overload yourself. If you focus on a big list of grammar forms, you might feel overwhelmed. But one simple piece seems easy to handle. You give it time. You repeat it in writing and speech. You review it the next day. You correct any slips. Then you move on. This method is gentle. It calms your nerves. It keeps you steady. Reward yourself too. When you conquer a rule, do something small but nice. Maybe you treat yourself to a favourite snack. Maybe you play a short game. Maybe you watch a fun video in English. Positive associations help you feel good about grammar. They keep your motivation high. They remind you that progress can be enjoyable. Grammar does not have to be a chore. It can be part of your daily fun. Fear might also arise from harsh self-talk. Sometimes we tell ourselves, I am bad at this. I will never improve. That mindset blocks learning. It shakes our belief in ourselves. A better approach is gentle self-encouragement. Instead of, I will never improve, say, I am growing bit by bit. Instead of, I am bad, say, I am learning, and each day I get better. This small shift in wording creates a big change in mood. It helps you see mistakes as normal steps, not proof of failure. Confidence grows with each attempt. The more you speak, the more you trust yourself. The more you write, the more your words flow. The more you read, the more patterns stick. The more you listen, the more your ear picks up details. Each action fights fear. Each action builds skill. Before you know it, those fears shrink. You see grammar as a friend, not a threat. Remember that grammar is here to help. It clarifies your thoughts. It arranges your ideas. It lets you share stories smoothly. It is not meant to scare you. It is meant to guide you. With patience and steady practice, your fears will fade. You will notice how each rule helps you communicate better. You will feel a sense of power. You will enjoy speaking and writing. That enjoyment crushes doubt. That enjoyment keeps you going forward. That is the beauty of learning grammar step by step. Many learners want quick results. They ask, how can I master grammar fast? The answer is simple. You need good tools and consistent practice. Each tool helps you in a special way. Some tools help you memorize words. Some help you check correctness. Some build confidence. The best tool is the one that fits your style. The best method is the one that feels natural. Try a few, then keep the ones that work. One tool is a small dictionary. It can be a book or an app. When you see a new word, look it up. Say it aloud. Write a short example. This locks it in your mind. Another tool is a quick grammar guide. Keep it close. If you are stuck on a rule, check it fast. Then go back to practice. Do not read random pages for hours. Focus on what you need. Save time. Memory techniques can help you learn faster. Spaced repetition is one. With spaced repetition, you see new items at set intervals. You do not cram all at once. You revisit each point many times. Each time, the memory grows stronger. Flashcard apps can do this for you. Or you can plan your own schedule. The goal is slow, steady progress. Soon, grammar rules stick in your head. Talking to yourself is another powerful method. Pick any topic. Form short sentences out loud. Hear your words. Adjust them if needed. This trains your mouth to move with ease. You get used to certain patterns. You become aware of correct usage. Over time, it feels smooth. You sense grammar without thinking too hard. Chunks of language can speed up fluency. Learn them as set expressions. For example, phrases like, how about we? Or, could you please? Store them in your mind as one piece. Then you can drop them into conversation without pause. This saves energy for other aspects of grammar. Many advanced speakers rely on chunks to sound natural. A personal grammar journal can also help. Keep it simple. Write each new rule in it. Add one example. Date it. Check back after a few days. Try writing a fresh sentence with that rule. Notice if you still remember. If not, review. This journal becomes your roadmap. It shows your progress. It lets you refresh older lessons without fuss. Digital tools can give quick feedback. Grammar checkers highlight mistakes. They suggest corrections. Do not rely on them blindly. Use them to see patterns in your errors. Guess why they happen. Check the suggested fix, then learn from it. Next time, you might avoid that slip on your own. That is how you turn a tool into a teacher. Time management matters too. Some people think you need hours of studying. Short, focused sessions are often better. Do 20 minutes of reading, 20 minutes of writing, and 20 minutes of listening. This hits many areas. It keeps you alert. It fits into a busy day. You can review a rule during a break. You can watch a short video on English Stories Studio while you eat. These small moments add up fast. Reward yourself. When you master a tricky rule, do something pleasant. Maybe watch a funny clip. Maybe send a friend a text using that rule. That feeling of reward boosts motivation. It makes grammar a game you want to keep playing. You see each new rule as a level you unlock. You feel proud. You move on with excitement. Keep your sentences clear. Long or fancy lines can wait. Start with short, correct sentences. Build a solid style first. Then, if you want, expand. Add details. Add a new tense, but never lose clarity. Even native speakers value brief, direct wording. Simplicity shows real skill. New techniques appear constantly. You might see new apps or courses. Be curious, but be picky. Ask, does this truly help me speak or write better? If yes, try it. If no, skip it. Grammar learning is personal. No single path works for everyone. Trust your instincts. Notice what helps you make real progress. Combine methods in creative ways. One day, watch a short video. Then do a few self-talk sentences. Next, practice with a friend. Another day, try flashcards or a grammar quiz. Avoid boredom. Keep things mixed. Curiosity is your friend here. If you feel curious, you learn faster. You chase answers. You explore. That is when language becomes a joy, not a chore. The right mindset makes a difference too. Stay open. Stay flexible. Each small success counts. Each new rule you learn improves your ability to communicate. You feel more comfortable each time you use the language. One day, you look back and see how far you have come. You realize grammar is not a burden. It is a tool for expression. It is a path to smoother communication. It is your ally in connecting with people. That sense of progress keeps you moving forward. That excitement makes each day of practice feel worthwhile. What if you woke up tomorrow and your grammar felt perfect? That idea sounds magical, yet each day you can get closer to it. All you need is curiosity, steady practice, and a brave heart. This is where everything comes together. You have learned how to see grammar as a friend. You have learned how to face fears. You have seen the value of real-life practice. You have found small tools and methods that guide you step by step. Now, you are ready to unlock more of your power. Grammar is not a cage. It is more like a lamp that lights your sentences. It helps you share thoughts clearly. It shapes your words so people can understand you better. If you see it that way, you can conquer any tricky rule. You can handle each confusing tense. You can learn each new pattern without losing hope. The journey may be slow, but it is steady. Each day of practice adds a little glow to your language. Each day of study helps your words shine brighter. Do not be afraid to dream big. Imagine having a fluent conversation with a new friend. Imagine writing an email that sounds clear and confident. Imagine telling a story in English without stumbling. These moments will come if you keep going. Each small effort adds up. Each new rule you absorb helps you move forward. If you ever doubt yourself, look back at how far you have come. You started with short, hesitant lines. Now you can create longer, more confident sentences. Keep exploring different ways to learn. You might watch a new video on English Story Studio. You might listen to an audio clip in English. You might read a short news article every day. These small habits expand your vocabulary. They also show you how grammar fits into real text. They give you examples that stick in your brain. Then, when you speak, those examples guide you. You do not have to guess. You have a model to follow. If you ever feel stuck, step back and check the basics. That is where many errors hide. Perhaps your word order needs a refresher. Perhaps you mix up past and present forms. Maybe you skip a tiny article. Fixing these details strengthens your overall skills. It also builds your confidence. When the base is solid, bigger tasks become easier. You can climb to higher levels without fear of slipping. Keep your sessions short and sweet if you prefer. You do not need to spend hours wrestling with worksheets. You do not have to read a giant grammar book. 10 minutes of speaking practice can do wonders. 10 minutes of writing each day can reveal weak spots. 10 minutes of focused listening can sharpen your ear. These small chunks fit into any schedule. They prevent burnout. They keep your mind fresh. Mistakes are your clues. They are not signs of failure. When you spot an error, fix it right away. Speak the corrected version out loud. Write it down. Repeat it. That simple action makes the right form stick. Over time, you catch errors before they leave your mouth. You adjust on the fly. You sound more natural. That is how progress feels. You notice each slip less often. Your speaking becomes fluid. Try to keep grammar fun. Use silly sentences if you like. Write about wild topics. Change voices or roles in your practice. Pretend you are a character in a show. Use unusual words and see if you can place them properly. Surprise yourself. That playful spirit removes boredom. It also plants deep memories in your mind. The more you enjoy each step, the easier it becomes to remember. You can push yourself further by trying tasks you once feared. Did you avoid writing longer paragraphs? Now might be the time. Did you avoid reading more challenging texts? Give them a try. If they feel hard, break them into small parts. Highlight or note key points. Look up a few unfamiliar words. Practice forming a summary. Slowly, that challenge becomes doable. You realize you have grown. At some point, you might feel ready to help someone else. That is a great way to learn. When you teach a rule, you understand it deeper. You see your own blind spots. You clarify them in your own mind. Teaching a friend or a younger sibling can show you how far you have come. You might be surprised by how much you actually know. Think of grammar as a door. On the other side, new opportunities await. You might find better job options. You might make global friends. You might enjoy movies or books in their original language. You might travel without language barriers. That door is yours to open. Each small rule is a key that turns the lock. Each day of practice edges that door wider. Soon, you walk through it and see a bigger world. It would mean a lot if you shared your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters. Your experience can inspire others who feel unsure. It can remind them that grammar is within reach. Together, we can build a community that supports each other. We can make learning English an adventure. We can show that mistakes and small struggles are just part of the fun. You have come so far. You have gained new tools and tips. You have tried different exercises. You have faced fears and doubts. Now, you hold a map that points to more growth. The path never truly ends. There is always a new word, a new phrase, or a new trick. Yet that does not mean you are stuck. It means you are free to keep exploring. It means you can keep discovering secrets in this language. You deserve to feel proud. You took action. You kept going. You never gave up on your goal. Each small victory proved that grammar can be simple. Each new insight revealed its beauty. Now you get to use this skill in every part of your life. You get to speak to people confidently. You get to read things that once felt impossible. You get to write with clarity. Enjoy that power. Enjoy that feeling of accomplishment. And remember that you can always learn more. That spark of curiosity keeps the journey alive. This moment is special. You stand at the edge of a new phase. In this phase, grammar becomes second nature. You begin to trust your instincts. You understand subtle details. You find patterns without stress. You experiment with new forms. You discover that language is a wonderful playground. You are free to try, to fail, and to flourish. This freedom feels amazing. Let it fill you with excitement. Let it remind you that English is now part of your everyday life. Keep sharing your joy with others. Keep shining your light. Great things wait for you. Embrace them with confidence. And remember to enjoy each word you speak or write, because your voice matters.